Hi guys. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do this for so long. Just come into the bathroom and chat to you because the rules on Twitch are if you're going to be in a bikini, you gotta be by a pool or water. So I ran this bath. I have a bath bomb. Maybe we'll do some ASMR with the bath bomb. And yeah, I'm going to talk about a bunch of stuff. I'm going to invite people though, just in case anyone wants to hang out. Just one moment. Guess what? We're twitching in the... Oh, fuck, that did not work out. Guess what? We're in the bathtub. Buy it because you need to be near water if you're going to be in a bikini on Twitch. We're going to Twitch right now. It's 1:24 Pacific on Wednesday, the 21st of September. We're going to talk about nuclear power. We're going to talk about astrology and just whatever we feel like. Oh, haters and how to respond to them and stuff like that. Okay. Join me now. Join me. Watch the replay. Guess what? We're in the bathtub. Buy it because you need to. And just whatever we feel like. Haters and how to respond to them and stuff like that. God, I'm so obnoxious. Join me. Okay, so I have some topics here. Hope the mic is working. Yeah, it looks like. Yay! Hi! Yay! One person! Hi! So yeah, I wanted to talk about nuclear energy because everyone's talking about it. Is it a free resource? It's like so ironic that I'm in a bikini. Is it a free resource? Is it like, is there any emissions, like harmful emissions? What is it? So I have a few websites I'm going to read from. Let's just figure it out together. Hi. Is this real? I don't know. Is anything real? Of course, I put on a bikini and everyone's like, oh my god. And then I spend like hours setting up my DJ stuff and everyone's like, no, I don't even care. Okay. Nuclear reactors are the heart of a nuclear power plant. They contain and control nuclear chain reactions that produce heat through a physical process called fission. Whoa. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but this is what I'm working with. Thank you. We're learning about nuclear energy. Yay! And is it actually something we should be focusing on? Okay. What did we just read? Let's just go again. Okay. So, where were we? They contain and control nuclear chain reactions that produce heat through a physical process called fission. The heat is used to make steam that spins a turbine to create electricity. Let's see. Reactors use uranium for nuclear fuel. The uranium is processed into small ceramic pellets and stacked together into sealed metal tubes called fuel rods. Typically, more than 200 of these rods are bundled together to form a fuel assembly. A reactor core is typically made up of a couple hundred assemblies depending on power level. Inside the reactor vessel, the fuel rods are immersed in water, which acts as both a coolant and moderator. The moderator helps slow down the neutrons produced by fission to sustain the chain reaction. Control rods can be then inserted into the reactor core to reduce the reaction rate or withdrawn to increase it. The heat created by fission turns the water into steam, which spins a turbine to produce carbon-free electricity. Now, let's figure out the pros and cons of nuclear energy. Pro, low carbon. Con, if it goes wrong, there is it's a disaster. Think of Chernobyl, Fukushima, Three Mike Island. I don't even know that one. Nuclear astrology. We'll get to the astrology. That I'm like really into, but this is just something I wanted to share because I thought it would be funny. Okay. So yeah, if things go wrong, things can go definitely awry. Pro, it's not intermittent, it's always there. You can be working at 24 hours a day. And if things don't go wrong, well, it's a really viable source of energy, apparently. Nuclear waste, a con. One side effect of nuclear power is the amount of nuclear waste it produces. It's been estimated that the world produces some 34,000 M with a little 3 of nuclear waste each year, waste that takes years to degrade. Okay. Pro, it's cheap to run. Con, it's expensive to build, like billions of dollars. So there you go. Let's talk about astrology. So I worked as an astrologer for many, many years, and I am a Libra. I'm a Libra cusp Scorpio, so I didn't quite go to the dark side, but I'm very aware of it. What are your, I know, educational, that's what I'm here for. What are your star signs, and does anybody like astrology? Because it's much more than the sun sign, like the stuff you read in the paper. If you really get into it, it's like a really powerful psychology method. It's just a way to kind of look into the deeper realm of reality, like the wave instead of the particle, right? We focus on what we can see, but what creates what we can see? And I view it as a map of your soul, and you can really tell like where your soul has been in the cosmos through astrology. And you can use it as a divination tool to kind of get information too about people if you like stalking people like I do. Okay, so right now Mercury is in retrograde in Libra. Oh, you're a Cancer. My partner is a Cancer. They're very sweet. They're like so sweet. If they've healed their traumas, they're like super sweet. They're like so nice. Yeah, so let's see. Mercury is retrograde in Libra. And a lot of people are afraid of Mercury retrograde, but it's actually a really wonderful time, because if you think about Mercury being the ruler of communication, your thoughts, technology, just movement, like Mercury is Hermes, right? The messenger, or Thoth. Take a little juice break. When Mercury goes retrograde, he's kind of taking a little break. So you can imagine like your mind's taking a little break. And instead of being able to think really clearly, instead of staying in your typical box, Taurus on the cusp of Gemini. Ooh, nice. That's a really pretty sign. Like really artsy. My sister and my mom are Tauruses. I was raised by bulls. Very stubborn. But they get shit done. They're like super hardworking. My best friend's a Gemini as well. Fun. So yeah, imagine you get a break from your mind. I just saw myself. I was like, I wish I had bigger boobs to shake around. So you get a break from your mind and you get to go into your heart. You get to actually feel your emotions. Your emotions become more prominent. And it's almost like you get to look at things from another perspective. So I'll give you an example. And I can see your chat. So if you want to chat and ask me questions, I love chatting. This has been so great, you guys. Just chatting. That's right. Okay, I'm gonna hang out here more often. Oh, and then we'll get into the bath and we'll do some ASMR or something. I'm excited. I've wanted to do this for a while. And I'm obviously full of words today. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, okay, you get a break from your mind. And for me, for this cycle, because this is my natal Mercury, so it's really affecting me mentally, as you can tell. We'll address that in a bit. It has been affecting me and allowing me to kind of look at my relationships, because Libra rules relationships. And so it's been allowing me to look at my relationships and understand why certain things have happened. So I've definitely had this kind of propensity to be attracted to people and then get like really overwhelmed and get obsessed with them, because I have Mars in the 8th house, which makes you very like intense and focused and kind of like, you know, driven in certain sexual ways or whatever. Anyway, so like I'm like, oh my God, why can't I control these like obsessions and stuff? And then Mercury went retrograde, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm not necessarily, maybe I don't need to be with these people. Maybe I'm just seeing parts of myself that I really love. And these are parts that either, you know, I already have, or maybe that I need to integrate. And so I kind of took a step back, and I was like, oh, maybe I should just work on that, and then give the situation some space. And when you give situations space like that, you actually become more magnetic. So the people you're attracted to, they actually like you more. And there's room to actually create some kind of connection rather than you just like sending all your energy into people, which I tend to do when I'm excited. So, hi, Mercury Magpie. Melt T says, try not to be a dick, but it baffles me that people believe in astrology. And that's a really good, that's a really valid point. It's like we were raised in a culture where mysticism in general is treated with, you know, kind of disrespect. It's like, oh, that woo-woo stuff. But astrology's been studied for thousands and thousands of years in many different cultures. And before we had the internet, we looked at the stars to tell time, to tell where we were in space. And the stars are like a giant clock or a map, and they tell us what era we're in. And if you understand Hermetic magic and the laws of Hermeticism, you understand that as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. So everything is a microcosm, everything is a reflection. The macrocosm is a reflection of the microcosm, vice versa. And so you can kind of look to the stars as a map. It's not an exact science, but if you start to tune into the energy, you start to become more observant of the energy, then you can start to really easily discern patterns. So yeah, it's not such a physical thing, like there's math and you look up at the stars, but it is a more of an energetic thing. So if you're confused about like spiritual energy and stuff like that, that's where I would start. I would just start with getting in touch with your own energy and seeing that you're much more than just your physical vessel. Let's put it like that. Moving on. So anyway, this is a great time to just be with yourself and kind of like take some time to just feel your emotions. So there's also a new moon. Do you know Lil Whip? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. So this is a great time I'll look him up. He sounds like a rapper, obviously. There's like so many these days, oh my God. This is a great time oh my God, the window's open, my neighbors can hear me. Wait, I don't want to show my butt. Oh, whatever. Okay, I'll look it up on YouTube. I'll try to remember. This is a great time to essentially feel your emotions. And there's a new moon in Libra coming up. It's on the 25th of September. And a lot of people think Libras are vain. Let's be honest, we are. We love beauty, but if we think about what beauty is, it's an expression of the divine. It is such a sacred thing. Now we can get confused and think like putting a bunch of makeup on our face, that makes us beautiful, but that's really just kind of like dark magic. Beauty comes from within. So this new moon is about reclaiming that kind of expression, right? That comes from within. It's like, this is who I am, and this is what I want to express. And that's beautiful. As an artist, I get a lot of trolls and haters hating on me just because, you know, I do a lot of weird shit online, and some of it is like, makes people feel things. I don't know. That's what I was going to do. I was going to read you some of my mean comments and react to them. And I wanted to say, like, when people are mean to you about your art, because Libra is about expressing art, right, from the heart, and beauty that comes from the heart. Along with Leo. Leo's very much like that. Libra's kind of like refined, though. Like, anyway. If someone reacts to you in a really mean way, you have to remember it's not personal. Maybe they are trying to help you, but if they're but a lot of the time they're just feeling something, they're getting triggered, and they're projecting stuff onto you. And when it comes to your art, like if you're expressing yourself, that is such weirdo unite. It's such a beautiful thing to express yourself, right? And if people kind of, you know, are mean about that, then that's really on them. I think of creative self-expression, I try to frame it as like I'm baking a cake or something like that. Sometimes the cake's gonna come out great, sometimes it's not. And if other people are so triggered by the cake that you made and they're like, that cake's horrible, you should feel so bad about yourself, you should never bake a cake again, like, you just gotta be like, yo, get out of my bakery. Exactly. We're making art here. Okay, what was I gonna do? I was gonna look up Little Whip. But you know what? I'll do it later, because what if I get some... I'll look up his picture. I don't want to play the music because it might silence it, right? Oh, it's a Fortnite thing. Yeah, I'm kind of, it's oversaturated Twitch, I guess, but I was like, literally, so many people are twitching, there's so much people out there, it's so fun to talk, no one's coming to my DJ sets, so maybe I should just sit in front of a bathtub and talk about astrology. Okay, so we're gonna read some of my mean comments and then also talk about power and like, what is it and how do we use it? Because I feel like it's very misused on this planet and people are afraid of it, but it's like, everyone wants it. What is it? And okay, yeah, I'm on YouTube. My name is Psyberfairy. I make music and I do art and stuff. Little whip, oh, little whip. Okay. I woke up today with a mean comment on my music. And I was like really sad. I got like really angry. I wanted to like create a fake account and just be like, oh fuck yeah. Like I was like so mad. But we gotta remember like everything I just said, like it's not personal. People just get triggered and they're mad and they just want to take you down because you're doing things that they want to do, or maybe like they actually don't like you, but who cares? Here's a comment and then we'll try to find some better ones. The vocals are her worst feature. It sounds like an animal is getting killed. She should stick to her OnlyFans career. Okay. Let's find another one. Okay. What was the song again? These ones are really creative. I actually like them. Okay, here's another one. That totally sounded like a little puppy dying in a hot car with the stereo on. Here's some of my music. Okay. It's a weird song. It's kind of like opera. Oh, 1 second. Let me fix the camera. Okay. It is kind of like it's a weird song. Anyway, but it does kind of sound like that. Here's another one. This guy was really bothering me. So let's just put it out in the open. Wow, if your friends and followers really loved you, they wouldn't lie to you. That was truly hideous. Please never try to do that again. It's like, what do you think I'm trying to do? Just express my heart? Anyway, fuck the haters. I think when you're doing anything out of the norm, people are like, this is confusing me. Like, what? Like, maybe you actually do suck sometimes, and that's great, because you need criticism sometimes to grow. But if you're like putting yourself out there, like, if I used to have such a big YouTube channel, and like people were so mean to me sometimes, and like it hurt, but it was also like, I guess it's just, it's just your ego kind of that's hurting. But it's almost like if you're doing something worthy and you're sharing a lot of light, it's going to trigger people, and you're doing something right if people are being mean to you. You know what I mean? So don't take it personally. Because he was different. Yeah, I am very different. I think I'm an alien. Pretty sure. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Oh my god, I thought like no one was going to be here. I'm so happy. Pursuing a music career is like buying a lottery ticket, but buying it is significantly harder. Yeah, it's cutthroat. I've had producers be pretty harsh to me. I've definitely had, I had one producer who I was like, thought we were working together really well, and I'm a producer myself, so I don't need someone to produce my music. I hire engineers to mix and stuff like that, but I want to connect to people. It's like, what do people have to offer me? And people abuse their power. It's like, oh yeah, let's make songs together, and like maybe they're just trying to sleep with you or something like that. I've had that before, and it's painful because I just want to make art. I just want to make art. So we're talking about power and the use of power and nuclear power and astrology power. So what is power? I personally have dealt with like a lot in this life. I went through like really heavy youth and like childhood and abuse and stuff like that. And if you look at my astrology, I don't remember what it's called, but if you have 3 houses that span over 2 signs, you have like almost a blockage there. So I have mine in Cancer and Capricorn, which makes sense because I've had a lot of issues with these signs in my life, and they're kind of teachers for me. I don't know if I like abused my power in my last life or something. If you believe in past lives, I do, and I'm paying for it in this life. I don't know, like whatever. But I've had some, there's been some traumas there, and if you feel powerless, it's like, well, that's what you want, right? You want to work to find your power again. And it's almost like your soul chooses these things in order to feel that like breakthrough. And it's like, yes, I'm actually grateful for my power. So maybe I abused my power in another life, and in this life I didn't have any. I was like so sad, and like I was getting abused and everything. And it's like, well, now I have to reclaim that power. I'm grateful for it, and now I can use it to actually help people and not just be selfish, right? That's the kind of the way I look at it. We go through so much pain and trauma in this life, and we have to just kind of ask ourselves the question, like, how is this actually helping me? How did, on some level, I choose this to grow? It's hard questions. So, clearing karma. 100%, you got to be talented, but there's a lot of shitty people who are just auto-tuning and like just going by the book, and it's just not, it's like music, but it's not like good music, you know what I mean? But you're totally right. Yeah, well, I'm actually putting out a rap song soon. It was kind of a joke, and it's really dark. It's called Wanna Go Fast. It's like ridiculous, and I am gonna do like a little bit of booty shaking or like throw money in the air. It's gonna be really funny. Anyway, this will probably be my most popular song. Anyway, so what is power? Power is basically like what is it? Energy, the ability to do what you want. I think we often confuse money with power because it gets us stuff. It gets us what we want. But when we think about money, it's a tool, right? It's a tool to allow our dreams to come through. So if what we really want is to allow our dreams to come through, then maybe that's power, right? The ability to connect to our imagination and then actually learn how to bring that through. Being able to like choose love and see past the illusion, see past the ego and the stuff people try to sell us and everything, and actually go like, hey, why am I here? And what did I choose? What am I choosing to create? What am I choosing to put forth into the world, you know? That's really all I got. We should do bath stuff now. Okay. If you want to hear me talk about something, I'm in a bit of a talking mood. I don't know how I'm going to open this. Oh, it's my computer. I should put something on it. It's just the fan. I have a pretty strong microphone. There we go. Is someone vacuuming? Yes, my maid. You're right. Fudge. Fork! You know that show? What's it called? It's so good. Where the people go to heaven, but it's actually like hell. It's like a trick. It's so good. I'm always looking for good shows to watch. Right now I'm watching Gilmore Girls. Don't judge me because it's just like comfortable. It's like my cozy place. I could do a cover of a Little Web song. This smells good. Oh my god, it broke. It's a bath bomb. I got this in like a Rekindle Your Love set, but I'm just using it on my own. I don't think I'm doing it properly. I wonder if you can see. Can you see? Ooh, let's take the microphone and we'll do the sound. Can you hear it? Wait. Can you hear it? Here. Okay, that's enough of my games. Now I'm all wet. What should we talk about? What have you guys been interested in lately? How have you been feeling? I've been interested in what? Whack is AF. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty standard for the human experience.
Do you think any of us will look back in our lives and regret the things we didn't buy? Or the places we didn't go?
Okay, I'll play it.
Fame, the new feminine fragrance by Paco Rabanne.
Stupid freaking ads.
Lil Whip, take your pick, take a lick, just like this. Whip it up, Lil Whippin' in your cup. Lil Whippin', drippin' flavor, that's what's up. Lil Whip,
It's pretty catchy, actually.
take your pick, take a lick, just like this. Whip it up, Lil Whippin' in your cup. Lil Whippin', drippin' flavor, that's what's up. Lil Whip, Lil Whip, Lil Whip, take your pick, take a lick, just like this. Whip it up, Lil Whippin' in your cup. Lil Whippin', drippin' flavor, that's what's up. All my neighbors are flavors, cooling at the max but keep it major. Look, I'm in danger by nature. Frozen down, I'm silencing these haters.
Catchy.
Lil Whip, Lil Whip, take your pick, take a lick, just like
No, now you have to listen to the whole song because you requested it. Just kidding. We should play some of my music. I'll just play it on my phone. I don't know how did it sound off the microphone from my phone. What should we do? My new song is really intense. It's kind of a lot. bit of a poem. Clearly. Some more alien music I made. Anyway, what should we talk about? Should we get into the bath? Are you allowed to do that? Totally. It's on YouTube. It's a poem. I wish I could send smells through the internet. I wish I could have a VR as well. I wish I had a VR. I like Star Wars, but you know, I am more of like a Harry Potter person and Lord of the Rings. But the new Lord of the Rings show sucks. I'm not gonna lie. It's lame. It's like one big photo shoot, and one of the guys, like, you know the guy who played like Elrond or one of the Elf Lord guys, he refused to take his part like in the show because he was like, this is just like a little fluff piece to increase Amazon stocks. And he was like, I'm not gonna be a part of it. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's like amazing, but like nothing happens, you know what I mean? Like what happens? Like she swam, like she's going to fight. I don't know. I don't know. If you like it, I'm sorry, but I don't know. The characters just kind of suck. I don't know. So no, I only saw like the first few episodes, so maybe it will get better. But yeah, I'm super into Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. I actually thought it was like for kids. I was like, it's for kids. That's silly. And then I saw the first movie, and I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I made my mom like buy me the books, and I started going into the midnight openings, and I was like a Gryffindor, had a scarf and stuff like that. Now I think I'm more of a Slytherin, if I'm being honest. But I made my mom buy me all this stuff, and I like would like make my sister play Harry Potter games with me, and I'd write out full lessons and be like, come to the dormitory, come to the study room for a lesson, and dress up. It was super fun. I wasn't as intense as some of my friends who went to like the balls and stuff like that, and they were like so into it. But I definitely sat around like talking about Harry Potter when I was in high school. I'm like, yeah. House of Dragon is epic. Yeah, I saw the commercial for that. It did look cool. I have to check that one out. I also never really got into Game of Thrones. I know it's amazing. I know it's good, but I just didn't like get into it. And then if you don't get into it, and everyone's talking about it, like, you feel left out, but you have to like watch everything. I was like, I don't know, you know. Sorry for definitely Slytherin. Yeah, I know. It's like a big commitment. Yeah. Okay, the water is pink. Should we take a little dip? I don't want to show my butt to the children. Oh. We're making art, you guys. Looks good. It's pink! Oh my god. I have to let some out. Can you see that it's pink? It doesn't look as pink on camera, but it's like pretty pink. I know, it's like so hot. It's like, I know the electronics fell in! Psyberfairy's dead! Let's not do that. Okay, Okay, let's talk more about astrology because, oh my god, we gotta empty more. Let's talk more about astrology because it's like my specialty. And yeah, what do you want to know? Yeah, on my planet, when we excrete, it's like really colorful. Whee! Clutter. So, okay, let me give myself as a reference. It's so wet. It's wet. My moon is Pisces, which means I am a mermaid. Just kidding. But pretty much. It means that emotionally, I am very like kind of sensitive and yeah. Basically, the moon is your PhD. It's where you've been in your past life. It's like who you really were in your past life. So Pisces is like, we have to think about this like archetypes. It's like, okay, Pisces is the healer, so, or artist or something like that. So maybe I was in some kind of healing role. Yeah, you can also, if you want to know more about astrology, it's useful. It's fun because it's like you get to see the bigger picture. It's like, oh, okay, I'm not just confined to my little life and my little dramas, my little fortnight. What's so bad about Libras? Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we were talking about Libras. Oh my god, I have a huge thirst for revenge, but I'll talk about that too. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, you can look up your chart online. Anyway, it's getting hot in here. So, Libras. Let's talk about Libras. Oh, you made it to the dark side then. I feel for you. I actually wish I was a Scorpio, but I like that and it's totally, yeah, it is addicting. Libras, am I right? Like, people judge Libras, let's be honest. Like, people judge Libras because, let's be honest, we are very, like, we're usually, like, pretty refined, and we like art and stuff, and we have a good sense of fashion, and we're, like, really smart and talented and amazing, and super vain. But that's just the surface level, right? The beauty stuff is just the surface level. We have to also think about how Libra's opposite is Aries, and they're both warrior signs, but Aries just punches people when they're mad, and Libra goes, okay, maybe instead of reacting, we should respond with our intellect. They're the kind of the lawyer of the zodiac, and they use their intellect to seek justice, but they are still like warrior signs, and they want truth and they want peace, and they go and they get it somehow. So they're super strong in that way, but they're just not as, war driven in like a punching way, in like a brute force way. They kind of calculate and think, and ultimately that they want peace, right? But they kind of fight to get it sometimes in different ways. Yeah, so they're not just basic, biatches. I don't know if I can swear. They're not, yeah, people judge them as like, oh, they're know-it-alls, or like they're just drama and stuff like that, but we do want peace for people, and we actually do think all day about other people and the conversations we've had with people. We analyze them from like 17 different ways. I think back on my conversations and I'm like, oh, I can't believe I said that. Like, I wish I could have just said something else. It's so stupid, but I do it. And sometimes I prepare my conversations that I'm going to have with people that I haven't even had yet. Like, I'll just be like, oh my god, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna say this thing, and I'll like practice having conversations with people. It's so dumb. But sometimes it helps, like if you're going for a job interview, but does it help? Like if you're talking to someone you like you're gonna be frozen. Like you should just try to be present. That's what I do to myself. I'm a Libra. Congratulations. Libra descendant. I love y'all. Also falls on my 7th house. Ooh. My ascendant is Aquarius, I think. Another good thing. So yeah, like you want to hate on Libras, but because here's one thing that is true. They are kind of two-faced in that they will talk nicely to your face and then kind of like gossip about you. They just like to gossip, and they're fire starters. They'll just be like, "Did you hear about this and this and this?" And then they'll just like start a fire and like just make some popcorn and be like, like, "Ooh, me? What did I do? I was just telling the news." Like, I remember doing that a lot as a kid. I had different friends, and I would say different things to my different friends so I could keep all of them. And people were like, "I thought you were my best friend." I'm like, "I don't know. I have lots of best friends." Okay. And revenge. We're gonna talk about revenge. It's warm actually. It's like supposed to be pink, but it looks gray on camera. It's really warm. It's nice and warm. It's warm. Okay, we're gonna talk about one more thing. Let's actually oust myself because I do have some bad habits. I am the like most Libra you can get because I'm a 29th degree. This is something called the anorectic degree, which means you're at the last degree and you're almost at the other sign. So you're gonna show traits of the other sign, but you are the like epitome of Libra. And so I feel like I can speak on this to you guys, you know. So let's talk. Let's talk about the bad stuff. Okay, Libras are the sign of balance, but they're actually the most notoriously unbalanced people. They're air signs and they're just kind of all over the place. They're really stuck in their heads a lot. And if they don't take care of themselves, and they don't often do because they love pleasure, they're goddesses of pleasure and beauty and like the nice things in life, and they overindulge quite a bit in like drinking and sweets and stuff like that. If they start to get unbalanced, you know, just from not taking care of their health, they start to get really like messed up and they start gossiping everywhere and like, yay! I feel called out, yeah. Thank you for following, Chris. Oh, I should make that bigger so I can see. But anyway, I'll look now. Yeah, if we get unbalanced, we just turn into like tyrants because we do have that warrior quality, and we'll start talking about people, we'll start like projecting our shit onto people, and it's just not good. So we gotta stay balanced, we gotta take baths, and we gotta do the meditations and stuff like that. Okay, what else? Oh my god. Let's do some bath ASMR while I talk about more astrology stuff. Ooh. Can you even hear that? No bubbles. No bubbles. Bubbles would be so good. Maybe we can make them. Ooh. Maybe we should release some of this water and then we'll try to make some bubbles. Okay. We'll take a little break to let this go down. If you want to, is that really loud? I think my moon is in Cancer. Someone said that redeems me for being a Libra. Yeah, I have a water moon too. Hi. Thanks for following, Joey. I wish I had like actual bubbles. I can just use shampoo though. What were we talking about? I'm getting a little distracted with all the heat now. Let's just make the bubbles. I should just shut up and make the bubbles. Shampoo? Will that work, do you think? We'll just run it under the... Okay, maybe we should put the microphone away from the bath so I don't freak out on camera. Bubbles. Thank you. It's a dragon. It's a dragon with chrysanthemums and leaves. It took over 30 hours. Yeah, let's... Oh yeah, if you want to show us your outfit. This is it. I wonder if we have that here. Pirate stuff. Yeah, if you want to learn about astrology, you can go to astro.com and just, you have to know your birthday, your birth chart, and your birth city. And then you can discover everything I'm talking about. Another good planet, look at this. We made bubbles out of shampoo. Can you hear it? Doesn't crack really. Do you believe in higher self? I definitely believe in a higher self. Let me get comfortable here. You can sit back a little bit. We should put the camera down a little more. 1 second. Bye, have fun. Okay. Just 1 second. Whoopsies. No, do not look at my bum. That's good. Look, that's like you're in the back with me. No, that doesn't look as good. We'll go this way again. That looks good. The water looks so gnar. I thought it was gonna be like bright pink. Okay, oh yeah, okay, another thing you want to look at, you want to find out in astrology is your ascendant. Your ascendant is your first house, and we can talk about anything. I'm just blabbing because I like talking about astrology, but if you want to talk about something, just ask me. Just ask me a question. Your first house, or your ascendant, or your rising sign, is your role here on the planet. So mine is Leo, 29-degree Leo. So most of the house is actually Virgo, but it's Leo. So it's that's the performer, that's the bright light. I think I'm getting used to it. Juice! And if you want to know how to get there, astrology is a useful tool, right? It's like a magic tool. Me and my Harry Potter obsession. If you want to learn how to get there, you have to look at your Jupiter. Your Jupiter is the fastest way to your success, to becoming the role that you came here on Earth to be. Now, you're not stuck, right? Astrology is, it's a guideline. It can kind of show you deeper things that maybe your conscious mind is unaware of. Just look at it with an open mind and you might start to be surprised. You don't have to adhere to it and be like, oh, the camera. 1 second. It just turns off and on. We are crazy though. Astrology people are nuts. I'm not gonna lie. I believe that one day I will evolve past my human form and rule over all of you foolish mortals as your god. I wish you luck with that. Here, someone, I already answered this question. Do you believe astrology is fated or do we have free will? Okay, that's a really good question from Hungry Soup. Yes and no. Like, it's almost like this. I look at fate this way. Like, there's certain ways that you know you're going to die. I kind of feel like we choose a lot before we incarnate because this is a rough ride. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. I feel like we choose our parents. I feel like we have karma with them from past lives, or maybe we have things to clear with them. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I do know, but I'm open. I feel like there's certain exit points that we know, that we're gonna die, or there's certain people in our life we make soul contracts with. It's like we're gonna meet in this life, but nothing is set in stone, right? Maybe we're not ready to be with this person or something yet. Like maybe our soulmate comes in. We should talk about soulmates and twin flame. This is a good topic because Libra is all about relationships. And the new moon's coming on the 25th. And Mercury's in Libra. And I'm a Libra. Okay. Yeah, so what was it I was talking about? I'm like getting spaced out here. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, fate. So say you meet your twin flame or whatever. Yay! Elder Pride has followed. It's just because you're a Libra, we're like, oh, other Libras talking about Libras. It's like so great. So say someone comes into your life and they're your soulmate or something, your twin flame or whatever, and you're just not in a good place. That's just one way of meeting this person. And maybe you'll meet them again in another lifetime or later on in your life. Like, it's all about timing, and when you're ready for something, like the opportunity will just happen, I think. You'll magnetize the right people into your life. There's no like, oh, I missed the boat, or I'll never find love again. It's like, no, I think we're creating everything from within. I think life gives us opportunities, and then it's up to us to use our free will to respond to those opportunities. So we have to understand, though, that like we are in a universe with laws, and some of these things are just beyond what we can comprehend. We're trying our best. Nuclear power, astrology, whatever. Just kidding. Let's see. What's Jesus' astrology sign? When was Jesus born? On Christmas? I think it's a reference for the sun, to be honest, but maybe he was a real person. Yeah. So Jesus was born on Christmas. Jesus is a Capricorn! That's crazy. See, he really, really had a vision for the people, and he just kept sharing it. Oh yeah, we're talking about twin flames and stuff. I also really love talking about spirituality and stuff like that. We'll talk until the camera dies, I guess, or until I pass out from the heat. So, oh my god, the freaking maid in the vacuuming, right? Just kidding. Oh yeah, like, do you guys believe in like soulmates or like what? Let's read the question here. Comment. University of Cambridge professor Colin Humphrey has argued in the Quarterly Journal of the Royal Astronomical Society that a comet in the early 5 BC was likely the star of Bethlehem, putting Jesus' birth in or near April 5th. Ooh, then he's an Aries. That is weird. Yeah, which makes sense. Does it? I actually love talking about Jesus and God and stuff like that. I think they're good words. I think the church has just kind of put a lot of fear into people. Yeah, so I definitely believe in soulmates. Do you? Do you? I do. Because I don't, it feels like when you meet certain people, don't you just feel like so connected to them? Like, I know you. And maybe they've just done the work and they're like really grounded people and they're just nice to be around. But with some people, it's like, you're like I know you. You know what I mean? Maybe they're similar to you, the way they express themselves, like their soul is similar. And the way because I look at like cosmic, star, alien connections, and I meet certain people and I read them energetically, and I'm like, okay, well, I can tell you're from this star or planet. I don't tell them this because, you know, that's not how I start conversations, but, you know, we'll get into it eventually. Or they'll see my Twitch and be like, oh, Christina is insanely awesome. I will, yes. But some people, like, you can just feel a resonance there. And in the past, like, I have definitely just wanted to like connect to these people, and like I always go for the sexual connection. I'm like, oh, I just want to be with this person, but that ruins it sometimes. And sometimes I end up being gay, which is totally fine, but like, why didn't I see that? Like, my Pisces moon is like, oh, I just want my fantasies to be real, you know, and they're not. They're not reality sometimes. Like, just because you feel connected to someone doesn't mean that you're meant to be with them necessarily. And when you're super similar to someone, it's like, okay, well, where's the alchemy there? It's almost like opposites attract, because there's something to actually create there and learn from. When you're super similar to someone, maybe you're just friends. Maybe you're meant to be just friends. And like, friendship is one of the most pure forms of love. There's no expectations, there's no contracts. You just want to be there because you just find each other. You just love being near each other, you know? So. Oh, God is happy with me. Yeah, I've done some shady things. Let's be honest. But I've learned my lessons. Yeah. I don't know if you're talking to me or talking to someone else, but anyway, this is my tattoo. Can you see? Actually, this is the dragon. The dragon's head is right here, and it was very painful. I just the first time I sat down. The first time I sat down, I didn't have any music, I didn't have any drugs or any painkillers, and I just suffered. Then I tried taking Tylenol, it didn't work. Tried taking more Tylenol, it was awful. Then I tried taking Advil, and it worked. It helped. It helped relax me, and I would listen to music in my earphones. I'm like this. You know, earbuds, whatever, and it helps so much. And I just kind of, yeah, I don't know, I really wanted it to happen. And the thing about tattooing is the pain only lasts for like little spurts, like a few second spurts, and you can just breathe, and yeah, it does hurt. It hurts a lot, but there's little tricks you can do to make it hurt less. And there's also numbing cream and things people do now, but pain's a part of it. I'm talking to all of you foolish mortals. Oh, what were we talking about? Just stuff, soulmates and stuff. Yeah, love is hard. I'm not gonna lie. I have like even though I'm a Libra and I'm like supposed to be a very like relational person, and I am. I have good friends, like a few close ones. I don't have like so many friends. I don't have time. I tell myself I don't have time. I'm like, we're always working on stuff, and I don't want to have too many friends, you know? I don't want to be spending all my energy on people like I do. I choose like friends who are like my family. Oh my God, I didn't tell my partner I was doing this. He's gonna come in and be like, what's going on? But yeah, relationships are hard. Like, they teach you so much, and you just get it's so okay if you're living with people too. You get so mad, and like you want to just like get mad at the person instead of like realizing that you're probably just getting triggered and you actually have to work on yourself. It's definitely an experience, but I think relationships, like romantic ones, all relationships, but romantic ones especially, they're like such a tool for us to grow very quickly. Quickly. I saw the Twitch girls doing that. I was like, oh, that's disgusting. And then when I had my headphones on, it sounds so funny that you almost can't help it. What about you guys? Do you want to be in love? Are you in love? Because that's what Libra rules as well. Love. What is it? It's like the force that creates everything. It's funny though, because like you think you want to be with certain people. Like I get obsessed with people. That's when my Scorpio part comes. I get like obsessed with people and I'm like, I want that person. That person makes me feel things. And we think like we're meant to be with this person. But in reality, it's almost like we're using that person as a drug because they make us feel good. And that's not really what love is, right? Love, from my experience, is being able to open your heart and actually love the other person through their flaws and stuff like that. If you look at it from like a Buddhist perspective, it's empathy. So when the other person's happy or sad, you feel for them. You don't want to like put your shit onto someone and be like, feel my pain. But like, you know, holding space for the other person and actually being for them, being there for them. Oh my god, someone's home. And love just arises naturally when you're in, let me just make a call, in the present moment. It's almost like, oh my god, 1 second. Hey, I'm in the bathroom twitching, okay? Don't come in. Okay, bye. So that's love. So, yeah, like, it's, yeah, like, when two people, when they've done the work, or they want to do the work at least, they're coming together with an open heart, and they're just like, they're practicing presence. People are the portal for love that's already there to come through. You can love anybody. You can create a relationship with anybody, right? If you're both present, it can just come through. But it's like, there's certain people you're drawn to. Why are you drawn to those people? Maybe you have soul contracts. Maybe you have some work to do with them. Maybe it's not necessarily supposed to be meant to be a loving relationship, but you know, there's something there. I think we learn the most through the reflection of other people. And especially our enemies too. Ooh, Libra rules enemies as well. I can't tell you how many times I've got all fired up from trolls online. And I just do better because I'm just mad, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, we were talking about revenge too. Maybe you know this, but I am a fairy and fairies love revenge. And yeah, we're pretty bloody in our true forms. We like to go to war and get what we want and stuff like that, like actual fairies. But on Earth, you cannot do that. And I'm learning that there is such a thing as karma. And when you hurt other people, it just comes back to you. So yeah, I used to be very vengeful when I was younger, but not so much anymore, because like you just hold on to that anger and it just comes back to you. Like you're just hurting yourself. But sometimes you know, okay, the other day, like someone did bother me online and I did tell them off. And I was like, they didn't respond to me again, but they probably just made another account to mess with me. Anyway, don't do that. Just send them love. The best thing to do with enemies, or if you want to get revenge, is to say like, thank you. Oh, I didn't know how much I affected you. Thank you. You watch all of my videos. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? I'm in the bedroom twitching. Okay. Did you hear that? Okay. Love scares me. I know. Vulnerability, yeah. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, when I meet someone who I'm comfortable like loving, maybe not comfortable like as a partner or like living with, or you know, all the hard things that actual love is, and like doing the work with and stuff like that. But when I fall in love, like just fall in love, not actually love someone, you know what I mean? Like just kind of get lusty or just feel like so appreciative to be around someone. It's overwhelming. It's like, it's so, you can't control it, and it just takes over your body. And like, I try to act normal around these people. I like, and then like I'll get so, my heart's so big sometimes, like I know people can feel my energy, and I'm like, I'll try to tell myself like act normal, just calm down, and that just makes it worse, because then I like get panicked and stuff, and then I just like don't look at people, and I'm like, fuck, like it's fun though. That's when you gotta go into yourself and be like, okay, well, why am I experiencing such an intensity of emotion? I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go pretty soon, but it's been a slice. I will, I'll get some bubbles for next time. What shampoo is that? I was using some male Old Spice for bubbles. Didn't work very well. And some random shampoo. L'Oreal. I don't recommend it. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you want to come hang out with me, I also do music. And you can tell me what games you want me to play, because I like playing games. My partner is like really into games, so I want to play games with you. Okay, bye guys. Let's turn off the camera. Bye guys. Have a good day.